Okay, we're out here at SC Village today for Decay of Nations, and we're at the Paintball History display. We have probably 50, 70 different paintball markers displayed, ranging from about 1981 up to about 2000. And we have a couple of the, most notable examples on the side here, but that's not to take away from all the others, because every single one of these tells a great story. So over here we have Hugo. This is the first double barrel semi-automatic that Glenn Palmer made. First double barrel semi-automatic in existence. This is a PGP with a pump handle that we suspect was made by Steve Gunner Tetz, who ran Gunner's Place out here at SC Village, or Satcong Village as it was called at the time. We have the BE90. We have Autococking Sniper number 2. So this is serial number 2 of all autocockers, or all snipers, converted to a semi-automatic by Bud Orr. Bud said that someone likely stole this from him, but that I should keep it for the display. We have Clayton Kyle's Ironman autococker from 1994. Over on this side, we have the Ags Rifle, which is the first semi-automatic with pneumatics, and it is what inspired both Bud Orr and Glenn Palmer. We have the Jim Storm Trapmaster rifle. Jim Storm started Quest in Malibu, and he built this rifle around 1984. We have the Autococker, formerly known as Prince, by Brad Nessel, out of Olympic Paintball at the time, later Paintball Max, and before Barrett's. We have an early Automag, about 265, I think. And then as we come in, we can see that paintball's markers range from the early 80s over here up to about 2000 on the other side. Going down, we have the Splat Master. This is just a standard Splat Master. I don't think this is the side cocking model. The side cocking model is from 84. This is probably a little bit later, maybe 85. We have an early Nell Spot. This is the model that's pictured in patent drawings. It has the long sight rail, which actually makes it unique. Kind of a neat example. We have the side tube PG. We have a couple of Rapids, the prototype for the Rapid and a production Rapid next to it. Up here we have a Brass Nightmare. This is an earlier version, not the first version, but one of the earlier versions, 1987. We have a Daystate Ulti Mark 1. This is actually powered by charging the lower tube with compressed air, possibly up to 3,000 PSI. Below that we have a California Cobra, 1986, never really popular, but a very cool large design. We have a Thompson Sniper 1. This one's I think 72, serial number 72. We have a KBS Eliminator, which was sold by Gramps and Grizzly, and this one actually came from Grizzly, came from the collection of Grizzly. Up here we have one of the elevator guns, the Master Blasters. This one came from Stan Russell. We have a Ps15 Marauder, which I received missing the clip, and I was able to actually find a clip from it from Patrick Stapleton, who actually made him. Above that we have the Gray Ghost, an early model Gray Ghost with the micro CA on the side, drops your 12 grams straight out. We have an early Phantom. The first 100 or so Phantoms use a Crossman frame. This is, I think, number 66. Over here we have a 62 caliber stock class. Pursuit Supplies International paint gun. This is 62 caliber and it's from New Zealand. We have a Sterling right here, a JT Bushmaster. We have one of the first Bushmasters up here with the welded sight rail. If you look closely at that, you can actually see the welds on the sight rail and the direct feed. Below that we have Mike Campbell's Guns of Navarone Bushmaster, which was actually featured in the Guns of Navarone ad, and actually says Navarone up on the top, which is pretty neat. Hard to see, but it's up there by the Bushmaster engraving. Below that, we have Danny Guardado's Linus I Bushmaster. While he played on the California Bushmasters, we have a CCI Phantom up here with the Smart Parts drilling on the barrel. We have an early Annihilator. Actually, it's a mid-model Annihilator, but it has the J-slot Quicksilver changer from Palmer's, which is a pretty cool addition. We have Brahim Estefan's Ironman autococker from 96. We have a Craig Palmer signature blazer. We have Rick Sendehas's mini cocker that he was pictured with on his Smart Parts trading card. We have a Jeff Orr Sniper 3. This is the first custom gun that Jeff Orr made, supposedly. That's what he told me. And we have a PMI 3 or a BM68. We have a F1 Illustrator, an Armson rifle. So up here we have Jim Anderson's Automag. This is a Captain Bo Peep was his nickname, and the team was Bo Peep and the Sheep. We have one of the few Phantom Revolutions, the CCI Revolution semi-automatic, which use electronics to detect the sound of the actual firing of the marker and trigger the valve, and it takes two 9-volts back here. We have the Legend, which was a semi-automatic from the UK, which used a blow-forward bolt with a Nelson valve. We have a Badger semi-automatic here. This is a custom Badger with vert feed. It actually has a reg in the grip here. That one I just got from Australia recently. We have John Pope's Autococker right here. John Pope worked for AGS and then Tasso and then several other companies. We have a purple mini light. We have a prototype for the Phantom stock class right here. You can see it has that unique feed block, kind of reminiscent of a Carter marker. We have the Montneal right here, engraved with the Montneal shield on the side there, and some other engraving as well. Laser Dynamics did the engraving. That's Skeeter Gordy of Proline. We have a Boston Paintball Supply Autococker there. We have a Vu Automag over here. You can see it has the signature Vu cuts all over the body and pretty much on every single part of it, which is just wild. We have a Boston Paintball Supply Autococker before that, which was featured in some of the first ads for Boston's custom autocockers, and in 1995, and was supposedly the first custom Boston Paintball autococker ever made by their machinist Mike P, who I got it from. We have Rich Telford's Team Ironman autococker right here. This is Ironman 2. Someone cut Rich's, or ground Rich's name off on the other side. We have a Personal Vendetta autococker. We have Youngblood's Ironman 1994 autococker, which was cut by Carter Machine. We have an Alien A1 Revelation down here with the trapdoor system. We have Mike Baird's autococker. Unfortunately, we messed up and we displayed it the wrong way, so you can't see Mike's name, but you can still see Ironman on it. Team Sasquatch Micromag, one of the early model Spiders from about 1994, 1995 with the adjustment choker screw right here. We have a Navarone autococker. That was Rick Rector's autococker, and it has the KC No Hot Shots reg, which is an original I put on. Then we have a Boston Paintball Automag right here, which is a cool trigger shoe and some cool custom cut-up body right there. We have a Wild Side autococker engraved for BOA right here. Just a really crazy flame anodizing. We have a MacDev E-Type right here, which is a clone of the Automag, and it uses like a one-piece aluminum body with a very small rail attached to the bottom and uses cocker threads. Then we have a paint gun that I've identified as the Pollard Associates Vulcan. It features this wild kind of knuckle guard for your fingers, and it has a slide trigger, which is a sweet trigger pull, and then both the barrel cut and the pump cut are insane with the flat top. Supposedly this was made by Steve Pollard of the Grim Reapers out of New Hampshire, and his field was New England Paintball, also in New Hampshire. Then on to the left of that, we have a very recognizable gun. This is Vuhong's Autococker, which he cut at Desert Fox Paintball, where he worked prior to working at BBT. Vu played on Tour de Force and later Aftershock, and he's in a lot of Aftershock photos with this gun. Also Image as well. So we have the Dragoons Buzzard right here with the Team Dragoons engraved on it. We have a Cyber 9000 by PVI right here with the LCD screen on back. It's one of the first electronic paintball guns to feature an LCD screen. We have OTP micro cocker right here, cut down in the back and in the front. Right here we have a Dirk Gadberry Innovative Manufacturing mini cocker, which was made for Greg Taylor, who sold them at Action Zone in San Jose. Then we have one of the prototypes for the Sterling Sovereign underneath that, and this one came from the collection of Rennick Miller, and it was actually customized by Danny Love, and you can actually see it has a feed net cut on it right there. Up here we have a Chris Ogaz bubble body. This one's in pink. Chris made this one for his wife. We have Dalton Hansen's Free Flow Lockout Boxer right here with the Aurora frame. Supposedly he bought the Aurora frame at an event at SC Village, put it on his gun, and actually played with that Aurora frame. It is pitting, but you know, pretty cool. We have Chris Cool J's Lava Autococker from Cap right here. This is a great gun. I've used this many times. Chris also shot me with it many times. Then we have a Danny Love Autococker right here that Danny made for himself and then sold to someone. And that's pretty much it.